I do. Okay, this is all the fun stuff. Is good, but I do want to ask foundation about like I want to ask about the foundation and the calf. Right? What it means for because if everybody means something different. You know, what does it mean for you, Alex? That you're the youngest, like being part of this foundation. You see older brothers. We're all in meetings. We're all doing the board meetings. We're looking at Wales in Africa. We're looking at Milwaukee. We're looking at Athens, Greece. Like when you see this, like what do you think?
I think we kind of all, starting with like our parents and our mom, we all kind of had this vision, well before we can even execute it, right? We all had the ideas to kind of be able to help out and to be able to assist people in ways. But we were saying we were going to help people before we could even, you know what I'm saying, before we could even be in a position to. Yes. So I think that it's beautiful to see that vision be executed. And it's beautiful to like come out and see all these people and be able to connect with people that have similar vision as you.
Yes, that's good. You know what? Kostas.
For me, if I could use one word, I'll probably just say opportunity. Like, I feel like we always try as a family, the way people created opportunity for us to become better and try to become successful. We want to do the same for others in a lot of different ways, but I think that's what it's all about, you know, just create opportunities for, you know, just for the youth, for people that's underprivileged and stuff like that, you know. I think that's the most important thing.
Yes, sir. Jan?
I think let me answer your question before because I thought about it. One thing that I'm passionate about is my body. You know, I feel like the most important investment that you can make is to yourself, right? To have to take care of your body, take care of your mental, your mind. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to lead your own family, lead your own group of people, your own, you know, people that they're close with you. Talk about the foundation. I feel like we are using our platform, and I'm very, very happy about it. Like, I think it would be very, very easy for guys like us, and I've seen a lot of athletes. There's been 5,000 or 6,000 athletes in the NBA. I don't think everybody uses platform to give back to their community. You know, I had this conversation. I had this conversation a couple of years ago. I think it was done in 2020 and 2021. We were in a circle, and it was, you know, the Bucks. I think maybe we were there. The Bucks executive, and there was like everybody thinking about hey, what can we do to give back, right? And I thought in my head we gotta help our communities, help this, help that, and then I thought in my head, I'm like, okay, when you talk about community, what's the first thing that comes in mind, right? I think about Athens, Greece. I think about Sepolia. I think about the place that I grew up. I think about the people that helped me, you to be here today, right? So how can I use my platform to be able to allow kids, allow communities around Athens, around Milwaukee, which now it's also my home, and around Nigeria, which is our parents' home and our home, to reach their full potential, right? So we've done that. I'm very proud of all of you guys, the way you carry yourself, the way you go about your life. I wouldn't trade this day, I wouldn't trade this life for nothing else, you know? I think as we get older, we find our passion and what things that we like to get involved with. And now this is what we do with CAF. And we've had people around us that help us support our vision, because that's very important, because without the people around us, we cannot execute all of our vision, right? And we bring people around us every single time, which we had when we were younger too. And we have people now, which might be the same people, and we've added to that people. And as Thanasis can tell you also, our circle is very, very, very close, because the people that have been around us, they've supported us since day one. So I'm just happy that we've had great people around us to support our vision again. CAF. Calf is growing. Calf is doing amazing things, and I'm happy for tonight too.
No, I'm not gonna say that. You guys said though. You said everything I was thinking about. I wanted to ask about the name. You know, did you like? I remember when Giannis first thought about the name and had it on a page in social. I was like, yes. You know, for me, I'm very simple. Yeah, I'm very simple-minded. Like, okay, now I get complicated. Growing up, I'm more complicated stuff to do, but I'm very simple-minded. I don't think about things. And when Giannis was like, hey, with that, and it wasn't, Charles Antetokounmpo. I was like, oh, Charles Antetokounmpo Foundation, family foundation. I was thinking about it. And then he said calf, and what does it mean? And I remember I kept replaying it, calf, 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 calf. And my hope,
nice name, huh?
It's a nice name, yeah. and I said, my hope is that when we're not here, in 50, 100 years from now, 150 years, the name calf means a lot of something to a lot of people. That's my goal. I do have a video for you guys. To see.
Πού κοιτάμε, κοιτάμε εδώ ή...
Growing up, my dad didn't have any. He was always saying that he was the wealthiest person on earth because he had us. He loved us, he took care of us. He was always there for us to set the example. We are his legacy. We just have to be selfless, putting others ahead of us and just seeing life from other people's perspective.
I miss everything. I miss love.
The moment you find where you can make an impact, how you are that you're able to do it,
I miss family.
the confidence that you can do it is going to come along with it. The values our parents taught us have shaped the whole way of thinking. We want to help people reach their potential.
There is a light emitted from everybody.
I think success would be to reach as many people as we can and to change lives. In any way possible and wherever we feel like we are needed, we're going to try to step in and help.
We have some gift bags.
Help them to better themselves, put them in a better position. Hopefully we can trickle down to the next generation. They can help somebody else.
Good stuff, man. That's some good stuff.
Thank you so much. I wanna thank the CAF Academy. It's right there. The kids graduated. If I can't see you, graduation kids. A round of applause. Thank you so much. And that's it. That's all, folks. Thank you. You guys have been amazing. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for supporting. But actually, everybody who's supported me and ever watched the show always know that I do have a surprise guest, and I do this every time, and it's a surprise to you guys as well. So, Tony, play the video. Who's our surprise guest for the guys?
Hey, it's gonna be Stephen A. Smith.
Και αλλά αυτό συνεχίστηκε. Χωρίς τον κύριο Νίκο δεν θα υπήρχε ο Βασίλης Σπανούλης, δεν θα υπήρχε ο Παπαλουκάς, δεν θα υπήρχε ο Διαμαντίδης.
Come in!
For everybody back then, Galis was the Greek god of basketball.
Coming on stage, the Greek, the myth, the legend, Mr. Nikos Galis! Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Ευχαριστώ, εσύ δεν καταλαβαίνεις. Καθίστε. So you know what? One more round of applause because this is what I'm talking about. Oh my God. So people who've watched the show, I always do this whenever it's a live show, I always do this to the guest. and always surprise my brothers. But are you guys surprised?
Wow, I'm definitely surprised.
I wanted to bring the myth, the legend, Mr. Nikos Galis, because
First of all, I want to say thank you for having me. And second, if you start the Mr. Galis and Mr. Nick, I'm going to turn around. After all, we're all about the same age here, right?
Yes. yes. This is one of the reasons we play basketball today. This is one of the reasons Greece is in the map of basketball today, right? From the generation to the next generation, and hopefully, this guy and the family could be somewhere, something to lead, to learn and lead the next generation to how a sport can change not just a family's life, a nation's life. So for us, it's but I'm sorry for the first time, man. I've done a lot of shows. I've done with everybody, but I'm nervous. It's for the first time I'm nervous a little bit. I was doing this research, and I was looking at this box score, and it was a game that you play against Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And the game said, and you had, I think you might have 26 points, and he had 30, 29, 30 something. Like you guys were going head to head. And I thought to myself, I don't think they understand what this means. I don't think they know.
Yeah.
And I wanted you to, do you remember which game this was?
I remember this game, yeah. I was with the national team, and Michael was a young boy at this time. He was playing for North Carolina. But he showed signs, even at a young age, that he was going to be something special. So we played the game. They won. They had a good team that year. They won it that year on a buzzer beater by Michael. I remember after the game, he came up to me, he said into my ear, he gave me his hand, he said, "Why are you here? Why aren't you in the States? Why aren't you?" I said, "Because I love it here." I had a chance to go back, but we did something nice. We did something nice here. I was very happy here. I thought about going back. I had a dream, like Giannis, playing the NBA. But then I looked at it realistic, and I said, I want to stay here. I love it here. I want to stay here.
Oh, man. Like you now look at the new generation. I see this all the time, kind of the older generation in the States kind of speaks about the new stars, in the NBA, etc. What is your, feel for our new Greek stars, our new generation of basketball? How do you see it?
Look, between the world and the NBA, the stars, the gap is narrowed. We can see that. Giannis, Jokic, Lucas.
Yeah.
There are great players coming out of Europe. So this was inevitable that it was going to happen. And I'm happy for this, playing in Europe. And I think it's going to continue, too. I think it's going to continue. More players are going to come out of Europe. We might see more players from Europe than American players sometime in the NBA. You never know.
That's the hope. I think that's the hope. I want to ask you guys, how do you guys feel, first of all, having next to you Nikos Galis?
Me personally, this is incredible. It's a huge surprise. I didn't know you're going to be here. He doesn't tell me nothing. But we haven't seen one another since 2021 when we had dinner on the water. And
when you won the championship.
Yeah. I told my brother, and I told my agent, having dinner with you was probably one of the greatest experience of my life. I don't say it. I'm not that guy to say things just to say. And the moment I left the dinner and I got up, I said I've had this feeling with very specific players. I've never met Michael Jordan. I've shaken his hand. But I've had the same feeling. I had it with Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, and you. A feeling of like a killer mentality. And when I got out of the table, I looked at my mom and I looked at my agent and I looked at my brother. I said, now I know why he is who he is. You know?
You know, we are alike, and I'm sure you are like me, because instead of course, you're a fantastic player, one of the best of all time. What I admire in you is your work ethic and your passion for the game. And I'm sure, just like me, you would play for free and play just as hard. Is it true?
Yes. What about the young guys? What are you?
Man, to me, it's amazing. This is the first time ever meet. I'm kind of nervous, I'm not going to lie. But it's amazing, you know, and I never thought that I would ever meet you. I've looked up to you since I was a kid, and it's just amazing for me.
Alex?
Man, it's amazing. I actually feel like a crazy type of dream or something like this.
Nice.
And me, personally, I used up all my words for the show. I just want to listen now. Man.
Yeah, me too.
I just want to listen.
All ears.
Mr. Nick, you know, I know this is... Oh, sorry.
Mr. Say Nick.
You know, usually I won't do this, but you know, for these guys, I will go towards the end of the world and back for them. You have any advice that you can give these guys, you know, that can take them to the next level for them, because they're building their journey? Do you have any advice for them and for Giannis? And
excuse me, I had an echo.
I'm saying, do you have any advice for them and for Giannis and them, like how to treat the game? For the young guys.
First of all, you have to love what you're doing, right? This is in all the phases of life and in all the jobs you do in life. You have to love what you're doing. If you love what you're doing, then it'll come easier. Then you have to be motivated. You have to be motivated to put the work in, to put the time in. This doesn't come easy. It's not handed to you. I've seen so many talents come and go. People that could jump higher than me, who could run faster than me, but you have to put the work in. If you don't put the work in, it's going to leave you. Whatever you leave, it'll leave you. So be motivated, be inspired, and be respectful. Listen to people who can help you.
I have a question.
You go.
So, like, I see our journey. I see my journey as an athlete, and like, sometimes I pinch myself. Right? I'm like, okay, I've got here. I want to keep on going. I want to keep on working. But if like somebody asks me like, why you? You know, to me, if somebody asks me like, why you, Giannis? Why not the next guy? Like, I know the answer. And the answer is that the next guy is not willing to do what I'm willing to do. But the question to me, to you, why you? Why you are Nikos Galis? Why you got to the top of the world? Why you are the best? Why?
You're asking me?
Yes.
Look, it's not that easy to answer that, why you are. Of course, God has given you some talent, a special talent.
Yeah.
But you have to work this talent or else you're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of people have come with talent, a lot of people are left with talent. But to be a superstar, in my opinion, to be a superstar, it's in here. Because everybody can jump, everybody can run, everybody can shoot. But it's in here because, you know, it's easier to get to the top, but it's harder to stay there. So this is where the mind plays a role. And you have to be mentally tough, not too high, not too low, and just keep on going, just keep on going.
Oh my God. Okay, so now I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be like a little fan now. To you, who was the best European players in your time?
In my time,
Yeah.
there were so many. Let's remember that the countries were united at that time. United Russia, united Yugoslavia, very strong teams at that time. There's so many, I don't want to disrespect anybody,
No.
but Petrovic, Sabonis, Tony Kukic, Divac, so many. Jamsi, even from Israel, Dakuri from France. There was many great players at this time. And a lot of them went to the NBA, to Sabonis and Kukic. Kukic was a fantastic player.
I don't.
Who? Kukic.
I don't.
Kukic.
Yeah, but he said, but you were the best.
Me?
You were the best. First of all, I don't think it's disrespectful to say those 5 names. They're all Hall of Famers, all legends. For a person who's one of the European players who are in the Hall of Fame of basketball and never played in the NBA, I really mean this. I don't think if this will ever happen again. And I'm not saying this to say it because I don't believe in the next generation. The same way I say it to him, I say it to everybody. I said, just the path and the way and what you made people feel, I don't think anybody can make them feel like this again. Maybe they will make them feel close to it in a different way, but not like how you made people feel when you won the Eurobasket and when you do this. And
the jump start, I think, was in 1987 when we won the European Championship. The people went crazy. It was something new to Greece. It was something new. This kind of situation where we won a European Championship. They couldn't believe it. People were jumping in the streets, were dancing in the streets. Everything was wild. This, I think, inspired the younger players because where does the inspiration come from? Either from team success or from a great player. Inspire a young player to take the basketball in his hand, go to the gym and start playing. And the one situation brought another. We won another championship, and then we won another. And the Greeks, they realized that basketball was in their blood.
Yes.
So now they love the sport. They love the sport now. And I think this can continue. This can continue. Of course, now basketball is a little, it is corporate too, because it is a business. But in my times, it was a little more romantic. When I was playing, I played 1 year without being paid because the team didn't have money. But I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to stop playing. So I continued. It's difficult now to tell a player, don't play if he doesn't get paid. It's not easy. I understand this. But in my days, we would play like that too. At least I did. At least I did.
This will take me back to the next question, which is like, for us, we are younger, even younger than this, right? And for us, there was a moment like that, the 2006 moment, 2005 when we beat Team USA, the national team.
Yes.
That gave us this energy.
Yes.
And said, wow, and that 2006 actually took me back to you. Because then I was like, okay, how many times have we won? What have we done in World Cup, in the championships? And then took me back to your generation. How do you feel about that? How do you feel when you saw when you see the national team win and success?
Of course, I felt great. It was a great success because at that time, the USA, everybody was saying USA, and nobody was talking about Europe. So it was, and especially a small country like Greece. I'm sure it inspired you at that time. But every stage has their own. Like when I was young, I was inspired by the New York Knicks. Walt Frazier was a player. Either you're inspired by a great player or a great team. And the Knicks won the championship. I was 10 years old back then, and they won the championship. And this inspired me to go play basketball out in the streets, where I learned my basketball out in the streets.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
No, yeah, you want to ask something.
I just wanted to tell Mr. Nick, this Nick, that you don't understand how important it is for us to give the feeling that you gave to those people. We want to do the same. As we always sit down as brothers and we discuss like how can we win with the national team. We need to win with the national team. We need to do this for Greece. We need to do this for the kids, just to get inspiration and just to feel like they can do it too.
Normal reporter would be like, hey, we have a chance. A normal Greek reporter would say, hey, we have a chance this summer, to do something. But this is not that kind of show. My thing would be, and I know you won't say this, but what do you, like now in this stage in your life?
What am I doing now?
Yeah, what would you want from basketball? What would you want from basketball in this stage in your life?
What would I want? What?
From basketball. From the sport.
The sport.
The basket.
Yeah. To see, to have, like, what would you want?
How I feel about basketball at this time. I of course, coming from basketball, and as I feel that we started something nice back then here with what we accomplished. I would like for it to continue to be a top sport for the Greek people, because not that I don't like soccer, but I think for a young person, it's easy. One person can grab a basketball and practice. In soccer, it's not that easy to practice alone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know, I feel something about basketball for the Greeks that τους ταιριάζει.
I don't know if you guys have any other questions before we close. I do have one more question, and it's about my brother Giannis. He has a chance. I don't say this often, so he doesn't. I don't say this often, but this guy has a chance to be very special. And what would be your advice to him personally, saying like, hey, you have 10 more years of doing this. What would be your advice on how to approach it mentality-wise and mentally?
I'm not worried about 10 years is definite, I would think, for Giannis, because what I said earlier of his work ethics, because I know he trains hard, so he'll keep his body in shape. In my career, I never had a very serious injury. I had a sprained ankle or something like that, but I trained so hard that I had the talent, but I trained more than anyone else. So I never had a serious injury in my life. So the way I stopped, thank you.
Always.
The way I stopped was a different story. I don't want to get into that now. But I feel I could have played into my 40s, easy.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I think Giannis, the way he works, nothing, has easy 10 years. How old are you?
30.
30?
Right, easy.
If he wants to play. He might not want to play.
No, he wants to play. And that's it. This is the worst part of the show when he ends. This is the worst part of the show. I want one more round of applause for our surprise guest, Nikos Galis, please. One round of applause for Giannis Antetokounmpo for doing this now. Thank you so much, Giannis. For Kostas Antetokounmpo, Alex Antetokounmpo, and Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Thank you guys so much. Let's shake hands and let's take one photo.
Oh, something fell.
Yeah. And before I go out, I want to bring one more guest. Where is it? Mr. Papanikolaou, where are you? Mr. Papanikolaou, please come out. Please come out to take this, take a picture, Mr. Papanikolaou. Mr. Papanikolaou for the photo. To support.
Right here.
Oh, there you go, Mr. Papanikolaou. Thank you so much. Hey, this is the person that made this happen. Thank you so much. How are you?
It's been so long.
Good to see you. How are you?
I hope you like the surprise.
Yes. Alex, everybody.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. I would like to, for 1 second, if you have a chance, I would like for you guys to hear for 1 minute.
Yes, don't look at me like this. I was also a basketball player. now I have the ball over here. Feta και fetes. I didn't invest in my body like them. Okay, usually
Not like that.
only 1 minute because it's their night, it's not my night. Usually I don't use notes because this is written in my heart. But tonight, because it's also in English, I will use for the next minute me and Aria, my daughter. Four years ago, I had the honor, with the help of George Panu, to be the one who united Nikos and Giannis under a very important purpose. What was this purpose? To create a strong awareness for autism and we announced also a basketball team with kids in spectrum. Unique all. Even then, my wife and daughter were not ready to say in public that our daughter Aria is in autism spectrum because they were afraid of being stigmatized. So instead of her, I spoke about myself and said that I am in autism spectrum, having Nikos and Giannis by my side in a photo with the three of us. One night before the meeting with Giannis, I said this schedule to Nikos, my tactic, and he started crying like a small kid, that I put myself in front, instead of my daughter in front. So instead of her, I spoke about myself and I said that it's not the spectrum. Our example is better than our opinion. The response from the people was so big that the same night, my wife over there, Elia, and Aria felt free. And Aria came the same night and said to me, "Dad, I want you to say to people that I have autism too." But along with my family, thousands of others were also liberated. That's what awareness did. Aria, do you want to say something to Nikos and Giannis' family?
I want to say thank you very much for helping my family change not only my life, but also the lives of thousands of others.
Thank you so much.
Eleni, Mariah, and Veronica, that's why your boys, they are bigger than basketball. They change lives. Thank you very much. Can we repeat this picture now, 4 of us, because we were 3 of us?
Yes, before we do anything, I want to thank every single member, from the cameraman, people in the lobby, people assisting, everybody that makes this happen. It's so easy. Thank you so much. Thank you. A round of applause, everybody. Thank you.